Hello, and welcome to the first actual episode of Let's Play Front Mission. So actually, we are going to play the tutorial here because this tutorial mission is the chronologically first part of Front Mission. There is the events that happen at the beginning of Front Mission 5 do take place before this, but I'm just going to kind of leave those out because I don't consider them to really be part of the second Huffman conflict. They're more just kind of prelude stuff to Front Mission 5. So yeah, we're going to start here. This is where we're going to say the timeline begins. Well, this guy looks familiar, doesn't he? He's Glenn Duvall of Front Mission 5 fame. So you can see this changes. Alright. Yeah, so this game actually does have some stylus support for the Nintendo DS, but of course we're not going to be using that. Guess we could try, see what it does. No, I don't think I have it set up to use the mouse, but that's okay. We don't need to worry about that. This game controls just fine with the D-pad. Alright, so yeah, as Glenn was saying there are different terrain types, and there's some convenient information about each terrain type that's offered by the bottom screen, I think it is, on the DS. So basically it tells you what the movement effect is and the evasion effect, the cover effect. Right? So, runes have 15% cover, and dirt has 8% cover, and desert has 3% cover. So, this cover is really, really important in this game. You really need to pay attention to where you put your Vonzers according to the cover that's afforded. And thankfully it's displayed right here for us, but that wasn't the case in the SNES version, so that certainly is a kind of ease of use thing that they added in the DS version that's much appreciated. Alright, so let's move Royd. Alright, so we can counterattack, and we'll choose to use the PAP 55. And see that we're piloting a Zenith, and looks like we're fighting a Gust here. Again, a little bit of important information is that you gain experience per pilot in this game. Okay, you gain experience per pilot, and you also gain experience for destroying enemy parts. So, if you have the opportunity, you can sometimes farm a little bit for experience by killing the arms or legs of an enemy before you take out their body. And you do have to be careful to make sure that your pilots level up in an even amount, instead of using one pilot too much. Okay, so we were supposed to use a different type of attack. Let's use the crappy Zenith Punch. Right, so that's a very strong skill that we'll get later in the game, where we can attack faster than the enemy. Go back to our machine gun now. So we got 45 experience there because we destroyed all the parts on the enemy. Oh shit! It's time to take on Glenn himself. So let's see if we can check out what Glenn is using for his Vonzo right now. Mad Lecter, that is a reference to the cartoon show that is like that. I think, was it Glenn mentions in Walter mentions it in his conversation with Glenn when they're in the hospital room together, and like yeah, right. So Walter's like, "Oh, this scar is super cool. It's like on Mad Lecter," and then Glenn's teasing him about still watching children's shows. So that's where that name comes from. Alright, so we can't actually see what type of Vonzer Glenn is riding in right now, but it looks like it's probably a Zenith from the model, or the sprite. Okay, so we're going to use repair item. Repair item is really important in this game. Items are just really important in this game. Okay, so obviously we are going to... see, 8% cover, 8% cover. Doesn't matter where we stand, really. Might as well go head on. And, yeah, you can see the stats for our weapons down there. So you can see that we do 4 shots, each doing 6 damage. I think, or is it 6 shots doing 4 damage? I don't know. I mean, it amounts to the same thing in the end, but yeah. Well, I guess it technically doesn't because of accuracy and stuff like that. Oh well, we'll find out. As for the targeting reticule there, that's the accuracy, and then the range, and then how much ammunition we have is all displayed there. And I think the rifle indicates, like beside beside the MG, that rifle icon, I think, indicates that it's a short-term, or not short-term, a short-range weapon. Yes, I speak good. Sorry, I've been teaching all day. Okay, so yeah, Glenn is also riding a Zenith. He's got double machine guns. Which actually is a viable build in this game, but not until you get the switch skill. If I remember correctly. Let's go behind him just for the heck of it. Okay, we took out one of his arms. Let's try to take out the other one. Oh, he's done. Let's enjoy that victory music. It's level up music, actually. So you can see that we got a certain number of points allocated to each of our skills: melee, short, long, and dodge. And we can see that Royd has a very strong short stat. So we'll probably continue using mostly short with Royd. It's usually the way I do it. And his long stat is not very good, but we will use missiles with him if possible, because basically in the early game missiles are really strong, almost necessary to play effectively. So remember, this is Glenn before he undergoes his unfortunate transformation, so he really isn't that strong. I mean, Walter was less experienced than him at the beginning of Front Mission 5, but he still beat him when they ran into each other. So then this is also implying that the reason why you can beat him in that mission with Walter is because, you know, he's a little bit shy about fighting his friend. Oof, some bad sound emulation. Really bad sound emulation. Alright, so we got 0 kill bonus and 0 repair cost. Alright, and now we are back at the title screen because we completed the tutorial mission. So we are going to be continuing on to the beginning of the USN campaign with Kevin Greenfield. As that is the next chronological event that will be happening. And this is the early 2 missions of the USN campaign are some of the hardest missions in this game. So we'll see how I do with it. I did play through them a little bit on my DS earlier today, but we'll see how I do when it comes down to actually recording the action. Alright, so I will see you in the next episode for the beginning of the USN campaign.